Well, I wrote the blog post about exceptions to the 10,000 hour, talent rule, that you have to train for 10,000 hours and do that kind of deep practice, deliberate practice, right? Then you go, oh yeah, now I'm an expert in the field, whatever you call it. But here's the thing, you can train and practice and work hard at you, And if someone else has, like drugs in the system, they get an advantage because, they can swim faster, run faster, ski faster, stuff like that. But also in other fields, you get what people call a technique breakthrough, like in high jump, like with the Fosbury flop, right? You've been working hard to the Olympics and you're really good shape, and then you see this other guy jumping differently, and you go like, what's he doing? Is that it allowed? And people go, yeah, looking in the books, yes, it's allowed. Oh no, man, I've been working, for several years now, jumping like this, and this guy is jumping with his back to the, and he's jumping much higher, and you won't. Boo! No, that's what happens. John Buchla of Sweden, he was doing the V-style in ski jumping, and he was like, yeah, I'm flying through there. Not beautiful, by the way. And the judges, they put points there. You don't like that. It's really bad style. Oof. But here's the thing, though. The other guys was watching him, and he was flying, through the air with the skis. Whee! Lots longer, whee! And they go like, I want to have my skis like this. I can fly longer. Yeah, I like that. So, John Buchla, and I think it was another guy, changed the ski jumping over a season. Now everybody's doing it. There's a new tradition out there. So, but here's the thing about, since I'm about golf and other sports also, but mainly golf. I have this guy, a coach in golf, and I've been devised a swing change for him. And I have no academia behind me. I have no, PA credentials, stuff like that really matters. I don't have this kind of paper that proves that I'm actually able to do whatever I'm able to do. So that's really hard. But once in a, whatever they call it in stories, once upon a time, you didn't need anything. You could just, take someone, make them hit the ball better, and people go like, oh, this guy's really good, I like him. I go do what he was doing because he's really good at what he's doing. But he doesn't have a diploma. He doesn't have a diploma. Oh my God. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. He don't have a diploma. Well, he needs a diploma because he can't teach it anything. That's kind of stuff going on. You have to have a diploma. You understand that? Yes. But people don't think that. No. I think you need to have a diploma. Yes, I was telling you that. No. You don't need a diploma. You can be good anyway. You can be good anyway. Yes. Yes, you can. That's the thing about, study or titles or academia, that they're there to provide a standard. But here's the thing about statistics, statistically you can prove that you're statistically, either significant or insignificant or something else, I don't know. But you can prove pretty much with statistics. But you can also, say, I work with dyslexia sometimes, all right? And kids, who can't read and write and spell and, recall information, all this sort of stuff. So I can help them. I have taken what people say in the scientific field, that this kid has a diagnosis. And this kid goes, yes, I do, I have a diagnosis, I can't spell and write. And they go, I am very good at what I'm doing. I'm going to help you to spell and read better. Oh, you're going to do that? Cool! And I would do this, and the kid goes, oh yeah, I'm better already. But that's me. But the field science, they go like, you can spell better and read better because it's for life now. It's for life. It's like jail, put you in jail, throw away the kid, can't get out. And people go, the kid go like, I know it was like that, but I don't want to be like that. And you go, I don't want to be. So I take the kids like that, and help them, read and spell. In spite of their diagnosis, in spite of their lifetime dyslexia. And they can read and spell, like you and me. Amazing. Here's the thing though, there is, a field I come from NLP, user basis, I've improved a little bit on that. But that's not about dyslexia. This is about golf, yes, and learning and the plan. You have this guy in I think it's Canada, the Dan, whatever his last name is, the Dan plan. He's having a plan to prove the 10,000 hour rule of Anders Ericsson. He's a professor, He studied that everybody who's getting really, really good spend about 10,000 hours doing deep, deliberate practice. So you have to spend a lot of time working it and focusing it, and then you become an expert. Well, here's the thing though, there's always exceptions to the rule. What happens if your plan, in spite of really being really good and you work at it, if you don't have the best strategy to learn with it? What happens then? What happens if there's someone comes along that can, increase stuff that's beyond statistics, beyond what's, in the 10,000. So if we, for example, would take someone using the phosphorus flop, they'd be able to jump higher with the same, environmental training and stuff like that. Now, obviously, you're going to get, I'm not a good, high jumper because I never trained for it, but my height is not that good. So that means I'm at a disadvantage. You have to be, a bit taller to make that kind of jump, heights they do. That's one of that. That's why I was thinking about creating a basket team that you couldn't be more than 1 meter and 70 centimeters over the ground, because you have to lower everything. So all the teams would be, shorter. You couldn't be tall. You couldn't be that like 190 or 2 meter or something. You couldn't be that. You can't play in our basketball team. Here's the thing: that if you make the ball a little bit smaller, make the hoops a little bit lower, you could dunk. That would be kind of cool. You see short guys playing basketball with each other. It's a faster game, more fun, and you can dunk. And it's a faster game now. Cool. I know. I'm a sidetrack there. I'm sorry about that. It's like, the science show with Star Trek and like that, go like, oh, in space, oh, how that work? Well, beam me up and we'll find out what it's like, putting everything together again. I don't know how to do that, but the 10,000 hour rule with Anders Ericsson was that if you practice that with dedication and deep deliberate practice, you will be able to run. I don't believe in that personally. It could be true, but if someone comes along and do something that's totally different in the field, then you have this kind of issue that you did everything right. Then you have to relearn and do whatever they are doing then again. And what's then? Well, it's an exception. It doesn't happen often. I grant them that. But strategy is a funny thing, because strategy can allow you to do things a little bit easier, a little bit better, a little bit faster, a little more efficient, efficient or inefficient or whatever. That's why I advise for the guy I work with that you should be able to work things a little bit easier. So since golfers, everybody to a level, amateur level, ask about, how do I get consistency? And I say, well, I don't know, so I found out. So I went there, I found out how to do more consistent, And I told Hans, this is what you need to do. And he said, oh, is this what I need to do? Yes, this is what you need to do. And he was like, I don't think it's just that's all I need to do. Well, have you tried it yet? And Hans goes, well, no, I just thought about it, thinking, Well, go out there and play, and then we'll, get back with some feedback. And he was like, I'll go out there and play, and I'll give you feedback. Yes, please. Okay. So he did that and told me, I hit 16 greens with that thread. Oh, I got cool. That works, yeah, it was a competition. I was like, He said, I got your feedback. Yes, you got my feedback. Yes, I hit 16 greens in competition. This is really great. Thank you. You're welcome. Now, here's the thing I improved on that, so I devised a plan for him this autumn and spring, whatever you call it this year. Then he would follow the RBM concept and would add the decision strategy for the plan, like, all that stuff, and then the way to, do the action, execute all this kind of golfing and stuff like that. And I found out that he's able to do a more normal level of consistency here. Most of you have never heard about Moon Normal. It was a Canadian, right? And he hit it straight, really straight. Not once, not twice, not third time, every time, pretty much. He didn't hit it every time, but he was really, really accurate. And a lot of tour pros was like, I don't understand how he does it because he could do that. I understand how he did that. So I devised a plan with the action there for Hans that do that, and he been reaching about 0 to 4% dispersion patterns. Now, that's an exception to the rule of the 10,000 hours. That means he's able to do a 0 to 4% dispersion, which means that he has an advantage versus what everybody else does. You can practice how much and a lot to get that kind of level. And here's the thing though, whenever the tour pro wins, they have that kind of dispersion. Whenever they play normally, everyday golf, they have about twice that, around 8%. And when they have a day that that starts with you hit the you break your toe in the morning and the toilet is not working, and the kids have I don't know, screams, and you have no milk in the fridge, everything is going to hell. And you just, okay, this is one of those days. So consistency helps, but every exception has a rule, and I think I found one of those exceptions and can create a different kind of game based on that. So when you have like an 8% normal hitting pattern dispersion, that's how wide you hit the shots. If you aim in the middle and you have a dispersion that's 8%, you don't make the green, or you're too far off the pin or something like that. So that's why that's important for tour level professionals. As an amateur who maybe or maybe not hit the green, that doesn't matter because the dispersion is all over the place. And I won't talk about that today. But here's the thing though, it's assumed in the field that you have all of this kind of talent code and 10,000 hours and all that stuff. And it's also about the strategy used. For example, in chess, if you start the position-based, positions in chess, open game, middle game, end game, you go like, okay, if I start the memory starting all that for 50 hours, something like that, your rating in chess goes straight up, to the roof, because you're actually studying whatever they actually do, because you have to remember a lot of kind of positions, how the dynamics in the chess work. Then you can learn to play, move the pieces and stuff like that. The horse goes there, and the queen goes there, and the king can just walk one step at a time because he has a bad leg. That's what I don't know how they create the chess, but why can the queen move all over the place and the king just have bad leg? How I can go one step? I don't understand that in chess. I wouldn't make a new chessboard where the king is walking all over the place and the queen goes like, I want to sit at home and teach my little pawns how to move. I go, no, that's not chess. People say, why? There's a new rule set. Oh, kind of cool, but chess is played like this for thousands of years. And that's what it's like with the exceptions. That something sometimes comes along and changes the game, and that's what I hope to do here with golf, in this case. Change the game a bit. So it's a lot more fun. You can enjoy it a lot more, especially if you're a tour pro. And if you're an amateur, once Hans makes the tour, maybe I'll make something out of this, so you can learn to do that. If not, shut up! Well, I can read it right now, so, okay, go on, go play.